So we'll go to the reports tab. Create a new report. Here's the filter. So these are all the records that I have. Right. Now let me make it a summary report. I'll just go ahead and make it a joint report. Okay. The moment you make it a joint report, even if you don't make it a summary report and straight away you make it a joint report, it will still convert it into a summary report. See, you have got the drop field here. So you have the option of summarizing based on this. Right. Now you have the option of adding another report type from here. So just go and add a report type. The next one that I need is opportunities. Format this. Now for opportunities, what data you need? I will need amount. Okay. So default fields have appeared. Just remove the ones that you don't need. Liability I don't need. Fiscal year I don't need. I need age, created date, opportunity owner, and owner name. Fine. So this is block 2 of the report. All right. You can summarize this field. Say sum, as we do in a summary. Summarize this field also. So let's remove the details. Okay. Now just scroll down and set the filter for this. See, when you have added the second report type, first one goes into block 1, second one goes into block 2. Along with that, you also get a filter here. So first filter is for block 1, second filter is for block 2. You can make it all time. Okay, earlier though no data was being displayed because there was a filter here. Right. So you have summarized the data based on your account name, how many contacts for per account, what is the total amount, how many opportunities per account, and what is the total expected revenue. Okay. Now along with this you want to club one more. Let's say how many cases are there. Go to add report type. Let's add one more report type here, cases. Click on OK. There it is. Right. So this is how it works. Again, if you see the third block has got added, if you just scroll down, you will see that there is one more block for filter also added. Right. So you have the option of defining different filters for different block of records. Now this is a joint report. All right. Account name is the common field. Based on account name, corresponding to the account names, you have created a report for contacts, opportunities, cases. So we have combined three report types in this single report. You can have up to 5 blocks in a joint report. Okay. So we have three. You can have two more. All right. Clear how a joint report is working? Let me know if anyone has a question or doubt here. No, we are good. All right.
So, Jeet, what was missing yesterday?
What was missing yesterday? I don't know. I mean, maybe I was not, choosing the right field or something like that. But it should work. It should not be a problem. The same thing we have done today also. No such difference. Right. Okay. Now come to the fifth question that we were talking about. What will you do with the report? Now, once you have created the report, once your report is ready, what do you do with the report? So you can have one of these requirements. You can have one of these requirements. One is um, print the report, export the report, save the report for future use, or schedule it. Okay. Print, export, save, or schedule. Okay. Printing is just you can actually look at a printable view and print the report. Exporting is sending the data out to an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV format file. Saving is just save the report whatever you have created. This entire report gets saved and you can use it in future. Right? Scheduling is when you feel that a report needs to be generated on a defined frequency and it needs to be sent to someone, then you schedule it. All right. So let's say if I tell you that this report needs to be created every Friday and I want this report, then you can schedule the report that every Friday it will automatically run and you can send it, or you can define the receivers. Okay. So the person who you define will receive the email with the report every Friday. Right. So that's basically about the schedule. So you can run report, click on run report. So this is where you have your report ready, and then you can actually go ahead and perform these things from here. Okay. Let me create new report. We're going to use the same report for dashboard. Okay, so I just created an opportunity report. Okay, a simple opportunity report where I have summarized the amount and expected revenue by the stage name. Right, so that's what I have done. Now, let's go ahead and save this report. So you can just go to run report. Okay, you can export the details of this report to Excel or CSV from here. You can go to a printable view and from there you can print it. You can click on save as to save this report. Okay, you can go back to customize, click on show details, will start showing the detailed records. See, you are able to see the detailed records, high details, and you can also schedule the report. Okay, run report now will basically refresh the data in the report. Schedule future runs is gonna schedule this report. Alright, so let's go to the schedule future runs. Before so before you can schedule it, the report needs to be saved. That's what it's asking. So just give it a name and click on save. Now here is the scheduling option. Email this report to me. You have the option of selecting yourself or you can select any other user also here. Okay, whoever wants to receive the report. So let me just put it as me and then define the frequency of it. Yeah. So you can select who wants to receive the report, and you can define the frequency of the report. Okay. Do you want to run it every day, or you want to run it weekly or monthly? So let's say weekly, every Friday or every Thursday. And then this is where you can define your start date and end date for this process to continue. So let's say you want this process to continue for next 2 months and end on December 31st. Oh, sorry, January 31st. So it will end on that particular date. Fine. So you have to define the start date, end date for this process. And you can also define a preferred start time for your report. So what time do you want the report to be sent? What's a preferred time? You can define a preferred time. Exact time will differ a little. Okay. Because this is a developer edition, you just have three options: 1 a.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m. But when you are working on a actual edition, something like an enterprise edition or something, a paid version, there you will have the option of choosing whatever time you want to. Right? So all 24 hours options will be available there. Then save and schedule the report. That's it. Now the report has been saved and it has been scheduled every Thursday 7 p.m. It will be run and it will be sent to the specified users. Got it? So that's how the report scheduling works. Clear? Any doubts, questions on this? No, you're good. All right. Now come to dashboard. What's a dashboard? Dashboard usually, if you have to understand in simple words, it's collection of reports. Okay. So dashboard is an interface which has collection of reports. It can show multiple reports on the same interface. Now, because we are talking about multiple reports on the same interface, so dashboard is like this is a dashboard, and this can have multiple reports. Let's say one report is here, the other is here. Okay, so you can have multiple reports in a dashboard, right? So when we are talking about multiple reports on a dashboard, if all of them are in tabular format, you will not be able to understand. Basically, the purpose of dashboard is that the end user looks into multiple reports in one user interface and he should be able to get some idea out of it. Just imagine if, one, two, three, four, five, these five reports are there. All of them appear in table kind of a format. If there are five tables of data here, what will you understand? Fine. So it becomes very difficult. So usually dashboards have reports displayed in a chart or a graphical format. Okay. So because there are multiple reports, so for just to make sure that the end user can understand the trend of the report or something easily, in a dashboard, a report appears in form of a chart or a graph. Got it? So that's very important. You cannot just put five tables of data here. Okay, in a report that was okay because we were talking about one single report. But when we have multiple reports being displayed here, it will make more sense if we have the reports being displayed in the form of in a graphical format. So that's it basically. So for a dashboard, all that you have to do is first thing you have to have the reports that needs to be displayed there, and you have to have the you have to decide on the graphical format of the chart for those reports. Okay, so let's go to dashboard and see how can we create a dashboard. To create a dashboard, you again need to go to reports tab. You have to go to the reports tab. So if you come to this sales app, you will see that there is a reports tab, there is a dashboard tab. Alright. For creating a dashboard, you have to go to the reports tab only. You don't need to go to dashboard tab. Okay. Go to the reports tab, click on new dashboard. Now, in dashboard, as I said, you will need two things. One, the report. Report is going to be your data source. One is the components. Okay. The components are going to be your graphs. So just go to data sources, reports. Okay. This is the interface. So your dashboard has three columns. So in one row, you can have three reports displayed. Okay. So this is the report that I just saved. I've called it, but it's not being displayed. Why? Because it needs a graphical component also, which you can bring from here. Which kind of a chart you want. Just pick and drag it here. See, so you can have different reports and you can actually put different charts for those reports. Let's say this is your sales report. This is your campaigns report. Customer satisfaction. Right. So this way you will have a quick look into multiple reports that okay fine and my sales report is the thing. You don't need to put the same kind of table kind of a report everywhere in the dashboard. Right. So for that reason it's important for you to choose a component in the dashboard. Not just um, bringing in the reports as the data source, but you also have to choose the component. Alright, that's very important here. Now, can we just get three reports in a dashboard? No, you can bring in more, but that will go into the second row. Alright, so after first row, you will have to, it will go into the second row. Okay, and your total number of reports that you can put in one single dashboard is 20. Okay, this way you can put 20 reports in one dashboard, right? All right, clear. Now, once you have created the dashboard, what do you do with the dashboard? All that you do with the dashboard is just go ahead and save it. Okay, save. So your dashboard is saved. Now, dashboard is something which people will come and access it within Salesforce. Right? It's not like a report. It's something which people will come and access within Salesforce. How will someone access your dashboard? The person just has to go to dashboard tab. To view a dashboard, you have to go to the dashboard tab. And in the dashboard tab, you have the option of selecting which dashboard you want to view. Right now, we just have this one. But if you have multiple dashboards, The end user can select which dashboard he wants to see and he can see it. Right? This is a dashboard with multiple reports. Right. So this is important for people like maybe the decision makers or people who actually want to quickly have a look into how the performance of the team or the performance of the company has been. So these kind of dashboards can be created. Anytime you can just come to your Salesforce and go to the dashboard tab and look into the dashboard. All right. Sometimes some of the dashboards are very common dashboards, and you just want to make the dashboard available on the home page only. Okay. So though the end users will have the option of going to the dashboard tab and viewing the dashboard, but sometimes you might want to make some dashboard available on the home page also. Right. So there's a provision of making the dashboard available on the home page. How do you do that? Okay. First of all, let's check, is it already there? No, it's not there. So if your dashboard component is not there in home page, then you'll have to include it. It's turned off, you just have to turn it on. How do you do that? Go to setup, customize, home, and go to home page layouts. Okay, like the way you have a page layout for every object, worked on page layout. So the way you have page layout for every object, you have a home page layout also for home tab. Now this is the layout of the home page. You just need to click on edit, and you will see that these are the components which are available on home page. Right? If you want to turn off something, you can remove that. Let's say if you don't want to see the calendar, turn it off. You want to see dashboard snapshot, switch it on. Fine. So what you need, you can select here what all things you want to display on your home page. You can select it here and click on next. Okay, here you have the option of setting the order of these different components. Let's say dashboard is something which I want to see at the top. Put it at the top, save it. Alright, now you have included the dashboard snapshot in your home page. Roll down, see, dashboard is being displayed. The user will have the option of customizing the page and selecting what dashboard he wants to see. Okay, so if the dashboard snapshot is available on the home page, the user can go and decide which dashboard he wants to see on the home page. Clear? So there are two options for looking into the dashboard. Go to the dashboard tab or on the home page itself. But that's something which an administrator should do. The administrator should allow the dashboard snapshot component on your home page. Right? Okay. So clear on this? Let me know if there is any question. I see one or two questions on the report part. I think I'll get into that part. But before that, let's talk on the dashboard.
Jeet, I have a question.
Mhm.
So this dashboard can be created by each user and customized for them, or only the administrator does it?
No, anyone can create dashboard. Anyone can create, but the person should have the permission to create a report or a dashboard. So that
Um,
person can do it.
so if I'm not a system administrator, I can create my own dashboard and bring in some 20 views on my dashboard.
You can bring in some 20
Those dashboard
reports.
views, like reports. Sorry.
Reports. Okay. Yes, you can. If you are allowed to create dashboard, see, system administrator is just a name. Okay. and it's just one of the profiles. With the profile, those permissions are attached. Now, whatever you can do in Salesforce or you cannot do, that depends on your profile actually. So my profile can be just a general user, but I might have more permissions than a system administrator. So that's how it is. So depending on the requirement, if you know system administrator, or if you feel that there is a salesperson who needs to create reports and dashboards, you can give the permission to salesperson also, and he will be able to create reports and dashboards. Correct. So it's just about having that particular permission.
Okay, and if in a particular organization only the administrator has the access to create dashboards, and he has to go and create it for different users based on the requirements and then enable the dashboard for them.
Okay. If there are different requirements, then what he'll do is he'll just need to create the dashboards. That's it. For example, I have a sales team. I'll have to create a dashboard for sales team. I'll create it. I'm the administrator, let's say, and I have to create a dashboard for marketing team. I will go ahead and create that for marketing team. All right. Now, it depends where you save the dashboard. When you actually try to go to the reports tab, you see these folders are there. All right. Now for sales team, you can create a folder where all the reports and dashboards related to the sales team can be stored. Sales team reports. Okay. Now see, we have already created a folder for sales team. All right. Now the same way you can create a folder for marketing team, and you can keep all the sales related reports or dashboards in the sales team folder, and all marketing related reports and dashboards in marketing team folder. Got it? So that's how you can manage it. So the way I am talking about the sales team and marketing team, the same way you can do it for individual user also. In case let's say there is the chief marketing officer, and he has a certain set of reports that only he should see, have access to, or he should only view. Then you might need to create a folder for the chief marketing officer reports. So that way. Got it? Yeah. Any other questions?
Jeet, I have one question.
Mm-hmm. Please go ahead.
How can we show the means right now we were taking the pie chart or any chart. So how
Mm-hmm.
can we connect that with our reports records?
No, you don't have to do anything. The best part is, uh, have you created charts ever in Excel spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel?
Uh,
Okay. So you just need to have the data, okay, a table of data, and then you just need to say that, okay, fine, show it in the chart format. So that's exactly what happens here. When you're creating a dashboard,
okay.
your report is ready. See, I am working with my own report. So
Uh,
bring in the report here. Okay. It does not display anything. This is the data source. So this is the table of data. And select the component,
uh,
whatever component you need. It will automatically pick the data from there and form a pie chart of it, or whatever other chart. Got it? So that's the good part.
okay.
So we don't have to do
Okay.
anything. We just
Fine.
have to bring in the data source, and we have to bring in the component.
Okay. Thanks.
So we did the summary report for by stage name. Right now, your management wants to understand that uh, which stage, how much, how many opportunities do we have at which stage and all. Right. So now you will see that closed one is the major portion of it. It's 3.65. Okay. So that's the thing. Now we have value proposition, we have other proposal price quote, these things, but most of the opportunities are in the closed one stage, and that's the total of the closed one reports. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Now we can ask question related to the reports also.
Hey, G.
Yep. Hello. Yes. Go ahead.
So, the resources, I see only one source on that. So, only the custom reports that are available.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Not able to hear you clearly. I think you have typed it also. Let me check it from there. Okay. So your question is basically, um, is there any limitation of using the custom objects in the reports? No. The answer is no. You can use custom objects also on the reports. You can do all the reporting on custom object. So there is no limitation. Okay, there is one more question from Prem. He says, any limitation on using custom object? Okay, that's what I just told you. No limitation. You can use custom objects equally good. In the data sources, there is only one source. Okay, yeah. So I think what he is asking is, and the data source, you just get to see this one report, because this is what is a data source. Your data source is a report that you have created. Currently on this developer org, we just created one report, opportunity report, right? And that's what we are using here. Got it? So if you have more reports here, you will have the option of selecting those reports. Got it? This is the only report that we have created. That's the reason why it's displaying this. All right. Any other questions? Anyone?
Yeah, Jit,
Hmm?
on the reports,
Hmm?
it is should we generate the reports, say, pre or post the working hours, because that might put some load on the system and it might not work in full capacity. I mean, does that happen with Salesforce?
No. Tell me again. Sorry. Should we create report
Um,
post working hours?
yeah, I mean, is it okay to create reports while we
People are
or during the
working?
working hours?
Yes,
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
fine. It's absolutely okay.
Okay, so that has no load bearing on the Salesforce
No,
tool at all.
no. But see, that might affect, when you're using a small server, local server. But what happens with Salesforce? It's a big, huge server, with big bandwidth and all. So and everything is controlled in limits, right? So how much bandwidth is allocated to a certain user and all. So for that reason, if you are creating a report for my org, and at the same time, if I am viewing my data, your creating report is not going to affect me anyhow. So that's absolutely fine. No problem.
Okay.
Okay? So other users will not get affected. Right. Okay. So that's primarily about our reports. Okay. Now, it will be good if you guys can, think of one or two scenarios and, try at least try creating the reports like uh, ops breakup by ops amount, breakup by stage name, okay, which stage, how much opportunity. That's something which I also did. You can also do account breakup by industry, okay. You can do ops amount breakup by industry. Okay, this is something which can be done. If I just want to understand which industry, how much revenue do I generate from which industry. That can be some, that can be a kind of report. To do that, industry is not a field of opportunity. In opportunity, we don't have a field called industry, but we have a field called industry on account. Account is the parent of opportunity. So I can still do the report, right? To summarize the report, you have to use the industry field from account. Okay. So these kind of reports I would want you guys to do, spend some time on this. This is the simplest topic for certification part also, and apart from that also, out of all the topics that we have to discuss, I think reporting dashboard is the simplest thing. If you create 2-3 reports, I think you are good, right?